Moving on from Hitler, our first example, let's think back to now well over a century ago and the Boer War. Now, Britain has a great tradition in commemoration and making memorials of historical events. Yet the Boer War and its centenary, either its beginning in 1899 or its conclusion in 1902, passed with barely a note or comment in the newspapers. Millennia hysteria probably overtook the minds of many modern editors, yet it probably isn't the war that Britain will want to be best known by. A skirmish over many years between the Dutch, the Germans and the British, the Europeans who had made South Africa their home, and the British applying a degree of control and coordination over the region as a whole. Now, at this point, newspapers were becoming more commonly used to printing photographs rather than simply having dispatches. And one of the examples that I just like to get you to think about in this context about propaganda and what the issues were at the time is something again from Underexposed. And these are photographs from Reinhold Therrell in the early part of the war. Now, the one to the left is actually a photograph taken many miles away from the front line. It's a stage photograph showing the fallen and the injured being given good care and in managed conditions during the Boer War. The photograph to the right is actually from a wagon house, and these are the conditions in which the soldiers were having to cope with and receive what could be described as medical treatment in the field at the actual front. Now, the contrast to the two is really quite marked. The first clearly is a stage photograph and propaganda. The second is something which has come out over the years from, in this case, the Hutton archive. And it's just to get you to think about the widespread issues that come about around political sensitivity and what can be released to the public and what can't be.